and welcome back to Rogress Fantasia. Today we're going to be taking on one of the 3 optional Rogresses.
The Indomitable Cliff. Oh, wait, never mind. You actually went over it.
Oh god.
I'm starting with Marshmallow.
What?
Marshmallow, the cuddly dragon.
It's a dragon? It looks like a horse to me.
It's a giant thing.
It's a Pegasus.
Well, yeah, Ryfia says Marshmallow. No, Rastin, not its actual name. It's Marshmallow.
Ugh, I'm choking now.
So I'm doing this because having more Rogress that do different things is always nice.
Good thing.
Even though most of the game they've been sidelined.
Well, I use their, passive skills, them being synced to, Lark, more than, their, actual summon effect.
Oh.
Especially since, they give, resistances to, Lark that he wouldn't normally have.
Oh, baby.
It's pretty much the big advantage of Lark is he's got elemental resistances naturally through the Rogress.
Lark is, so naturally Lark can resist things that other characters would need items for, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound good.
And I also get, because of my setup, I believe I get 1 more AP per turn, so my total is 23 at the moment.
Oh.
I get just basic, and I think I get an increase in offensive ability points. I'd have to check exactly what Sima does and Rafunga, but they basically give me a buttload of magical resistances.
Oh, baby.
But I think it's Gurtab is the 3rd one I have now. It was one of the ones that...
I see that dot.
Yeah, the green dot's the one we're going after.
Come back here!
And so you have to chase him down. Now that we can fly faster, we can chase him down.
Oh, he was faster than us originally.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the guy that made our light ship crash in the beginning.
Oh, whoa, what the fuck?
That's
Sima. Never mind.
Yeah. So
Hey, I haven't
just
seen you in a while. No, it's, the lack of Sima has actually caused me to forget that was him.
The lack of anything Rogress related.
Well, I think
What's a Rogress?
I think we'd all recognize. Was it like Rafunga or something? The
I
one
do
that
like how this guy looks. He's cool.
Yeah, 4-legged creepy monstrosity.
That was Gula.
Oh, Gula. Okay.
Yeah. So this is Mashgar or Marshmallow. If you're going by what Ryfia says.
Looks like
out. Oh, what?
He looks like a Jolteon on crack.
Yeah. If you're gonna go with elemental resistances, go with lightning, so water and wind, because that's what he mainly focuses on. He also resists those. He's not weak to anything, but if you're gonna go with a good magic to go with for sinking, go with fire. Also, I suggest, just because, bring in someone with dark magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Lark on dark magic, and then Rastin and Cecile have light magic. Mainly the light magic, the wind for level 3, rising wind. And if you sync that with a one of the wind gemstones, it'll give like a HP regen effect on whoever you bring back up, as well as
that's cool.
Quite a bit of HP. So if you can time your deaths right, and your heals.
You have to make a rhythm out of it.
Yeah. This guy has block defense, just like Clyde did. Beans, get the fuck down from there! No, you're not no, you're not specially exempt from being allowed anywhere. No! You get to go outside now. No. I don't care. I will go back to commentary in a moment. Please excuse me as I beat this cat to death. Not really, because that would be bad ownership, and I'm not that bad. No, Pumpkin, you can stay outside. Alright. I was saying something. Block defense. No, door! You have to stay closed. It's nighttime. Black people are outside. So this guy...
Okay.
This guy has block defense, just like Clyde did. But he doesn't have the critical effect shit that Clyde did, so... GG. He also has... What else? He's got anti-force, which I only see once. He also has level down, so his normal attacks or just about anything will give off the level down effect.
Ooh.
Oh.
I hate the idea of level down as a status ailment in games. Not be like, and it's not that I hate it because I think it's bad. It's I hate it because it really fucks with me.
I forget. Level down is exactly what it says, or what? Is it
Yes,
something-
Yeah.
like you lose stats depending on how many levels you get bumped down.
Oh, then that reminds me of a game I played where there was a specific enemy you fought that its entire gimmick was level down, which basically put you on a time limit. If you didn't defeat it after a certain amount of level downs, it was impossible.
This guy has 2 different Accelects that he likes to use. One of them can be a single sync. And he also has his logos, like every Rogress does.
Oh.
His logos is a total area effect.
Oh,
It
great.
just covers the entire field and hits everyone, and it does pretty decent amount of damage.
No, so Lark is actually going to get hit this time.
Everyone gets hit.
Well, I know, I'm just saying Lark is usually so far in the back that he never gets touched.
Yeah, no, everyone's gonna get beat up. This guy likes to spread his damage around, which is thankful, but also not so thankful.
I forget if they ever explain what this weird pocket dimension is whenever you fight a Rogress.
They don't. It's just where you go, basically for binding as well. It's
Oh.
just where.
So it's pretty much just like some Rogress dimension.
Yeah. Where you can actually fight one, because in real life, that would be silly. Why would you do that?
The only thing I can think of that has like its own dimension to it, in terms of the special thing that you do for most of the game, is Persona, and that's about it. And I barely know anything about Persona to begin with, but I do know that they have like their own little like dimension or something to mess with the Persona. So I guess it's pretty much the same here.
I will not comment, because I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying on the fact that the Rogress also get like their own place to be whenever you're messing with them.
Yeah.
I feel
That's pretty
like
much-
slowly those mid-liquids are healing for less and less out of your maximum HP.
Well, yeah.
Ow!
Rastin didn't
Ooh.
get a chance to run because he was just stuck walking into the boss, but who cares?
no one.
He would. But the mid-liquids are becoming less useful because I'm having, more HP.
He's
So,
also dealing with more damage.
yeah. But they are still more useful to throw out because they only cost 2 AP instead of the 3 that the high liquids cost. So, you just kind of have to bite the bullet. And,
It's basically quality over quantity.
yeah, I just go for having the ability to do more in a round than, anything.
Basically, you go for more heals for less AP rather than more heals, but with even fewer AP to do anything else.
Yeah. If I can limit the amount of AP I put towards healing, that's good, because then I can put more damage towards this guy. Which is kind of why I kept the same setup I have for Alf, which is with Cecile, go with Defend and Heal, and just, whatever else I had on her. Because that gives, it's about a 500 chunk. It's a little bit less, but it's about a 500 chunk, which can come in handy. And that's every time you defend in one turn. Is if you defend multiple times in a turn, she can keep applying that effect.
Yeah,
You'll actually see me do like 2 defends, and it'll apply twice, but she'll be full health, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah. The only other option you have for healing is pretty much using healing magic, but considering the I guess rarity you could say of MP, you don't want to be throwing it out like candy.
No, and that's typically the healing magic is water.
Yeah.
And there's also, like, Ryfia has some Acts that do, like, healing, but I just find it easier just to go with an item boost, and with Rastin, he's got a healing boost, so anytime he gets healed, he actually gets, more HP back. So I just find it more useful to do that than to rely on, like, water magic, when I could be putting, like, I have dark magic on Lark, so he can take out stat boosts.
Well, on top of that, items are also universal.
Yeah. And you can carry 99
of everything in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. That's usually, well, not all JRPGs do that, but it's usually the standard thing for items.
Also, you have so much money that buying healing items after every major fight is, like, not a problem. Like, I have, like, $4 million or $4 billion or something like that. Like, it's ridiculous.
You need
I'm
more.
sure.
I do, which is why I'm fighting the Rogress instead of ending the game, because they give you money and experience.
Let's watch each other's backs, yeah?
So how many tens of parts before we actually get to the final boss?
If everything goes right,
Good.
this part, the next part, and the next part are going to be... I'm doing the 3 Rogress, and then after that, I'm going into the final dungeon. And then, depending on how long it takes me to actually go through the dungeon, which shouldn't be too long, because it's not that long of a dungeon. It's just the boss fight's really terribly long. It shouldn't be too long before we actually beat the main story.
Say it ain't so.
It's so... But don't worry, the LP will continue in our hearts.
In Archives 2 that Landon's making.
We did another 80-hour RPG for the channel.
Okay,
No, no, please no.
I'll make one.
It's happening. Actually,
Got a bad feeling about
I'll mention it later.
What we need is 3 80-hour RPGs going on at the same time.
Oh boy, okay Landon, you get one, and I'll get another. I need one more.
Jack can do Xenoblade.
Okay, that's the only way that I'll allow it is if he helps us fill the quota.
I smell something fishy.
Well, actually, if I actually had the capture card earlier than when I'm actually getting it, we would have had 2 80-hour RPGs going, because before Landon even got back to Arcrise, I would have been recording something in the meantime.
Got back to it. Got depends on how early you're talking about having that capture card, because I went back to this, like, end of last year.
Well, I know that, but I was actually thinking of getting a capture card even before then. It's just that I never did.
Well, yeah, you've always been talking about a capture card since basically the channel started.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole reason why I said that the only thing I could do was emulate video games.
Oh, Thunder does line damage, so
Oh.
you want to spread your guys out as, like, triangle formation, go.
Although, since back then I didn't really know what an Elgato was, I don't think any of the LPs would have been an HD though.
Well, the only reason why I didn't start off with an Elgato was I'm cheap. Second of all, because I didn't really have something that would run an HD capture card at the moment, at the time.
Yeah.
And third of all, because I'm a Jew, which reconfirms point number 1, and point number 2, because I had a cheap computer.
You should tell people that you're a Jew and they'll give you a Jew discount.
Okay, yeah. 5-finger Jew discount. Well, apparently Israel's allowed to play the race card because, you know, the Nazis attempted genocide on them indefinitely. So that's why they're allowed to bomb Gaza, the Gaza Strip. So because by proxy, I'm Jewish, therefore I'm allowed to play the race card because some people try to kill my people at one point in time, and that's a no-no. So I'm allowed to be mean for the rest of my life.
Well, if you want to make it that way, I am very little, but I am part Indian, and you know the kind of shit that they went through. So I think I'm entitled to something. Don't you think?
Yeah, go complain to the American government. I'll complain to the Germans, you go complain to the American government, and we'll see how well that goes.
Alright. We have our game plan. Let's move out. Autobots, roll out.
Hey guys, I got a mansion from all that. Actually, a mansion would be very bad for me because I'm extremely scatterbrained, and I'd probably actually get lost in that.
You probably just stay in your room. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why?
Like, I'd come out and be like, holy shit, when did we get so many rooms?
You really don't need anything more than a one-room apartment.
No, that's a little bit too small, even for me. I need at least a little bit of space to actually just randomly roam around. Even I get a little bit frustrated if I'm in a small room for too long. I'm sorry, I have a natural habit of pacing. If the room is too small, I can't really do that.
I never pace around my room.
I have to pace around. It's the only way to get rid of the excess energy.
Oh yeah, Call Lightning will institute defense minus and paralysis. But that's okay when it affects Lark because SP Autocure, man.
Yeah, that's always handy.
Not so handy when it affects, I don't know, Rastin. I'm not implying anything that's going to be happening later.
Implying?
This guy has a lot of HP, but like a lot of these later boss fights, it's just poke him a lot, and then go in with your big attacks when you think you can manage to live.
Keep poking it and make sure it's dead.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. I don't use a whole lot of magic during this fight, because I kind of wanted to conserve it for sinking, and later on, especially for bringing Cecile back from the dead.
Oh.
Because this guy throws out some dick moves.
If she dies, does that mean her level down status effect goes away?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess there's a silver lining somewhere.
Yep, status effects go away. And it lets me put HP regen on her.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that even though Lark is also suffering from that, it probably doesn't matter considering most he does is throw out healing.
He is team medic. He's the team medic.
Stats really aren't affected by items unless some game decides it wants to do that kind of thing, which is bullshit.
No.
You must be this level before you can use this item. It's like, what?
What? Were you?
And then in before the level down actually causes you to be one level lower than the item requirement.
Don't even try.
So that was handy. That
Yeah.
came back.
Oh,
I was like,
you're
oh
gonna do-
boy!
Yeah, I forgot.
Guess what I get to do?
I forgot Raising Wind was wind.
Yeah, that's that brings people back from the dead.
Yeah.
There's actually the level 4 secondary wind magic. The non-attacking one does brings them back fully, but I didn't use it because you're lower on AP.
I actually find it odd that the revival spell is actually wind, because when I gather in terms of like fantasy stuff, I mean I guess wind is kind of viewed in the same light, but usually people associate life with water.
That's why the water
Yeah.
is the healing.
It's either that or it's like light element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's
fire.
it's either the wind or the No, it is the light that does the full. Yeah, you have to have level 4 light magic in order to bring back someone from the dead fully, I think. Because wind does, I think it does accelerate. So yeah, it's the level 4 wind magic brings someone back from the dead fully, but just the rising wind does a normal sort of brings back, I think, like half your health. But then when you sync it with a raise stone, it gives you HP regen and a little bit more than half.
Because usually universally, except for certain cases, like fire is always viewed as destructive. Although I have seen some cases where they consider fire life.
It kind of depends on.
I have
the
honestly never
culture.
seen that actually happen.
Hell, Avatar does it. Not the movie, the series.
Yeah.
They consider fire a form of life, which is actually true.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on the culture of the people in the game.
I mean, one of the main indicators that it's living is the fact that fire will burn out if there's no oxygen.
Oh my god. All this theorio. My brain, it hurts.
Why is it?
I don't want to go to school.
You will. Well, question is, do you really want to go to any school that's headed by landing?
Welcome to the School of Arkrez. Prepare your anus. I mean your checkbook. That's what I meant.
Let's watch each other's backs, yeah?
Yeah, prepare it. Prepare for trouble.
Make that triple.
Yeah, because Trinity acts are usually better.
No, he was making a reference to triple trouble.
Or triple penetration.
Oh,
Oh.
whoa now.
Go Manasai.
We'll finish them quickly.
I decided to throw out Trini. Speaking of triple penetration, I decided to throw out a Trini right here.
Wait, is it Trini or Trinity?
Trinity, Trini, Trini,
It goes either way.
transgender, whatever they actually say.
Shining Force. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just going off whatever.
yeah, whatever you feel like, man.
Hey, how are you able to hit a flying enemy with fucking earth magic?
Shut the fuck up!
Don't question it. Don't question it.
I'm allowed to do whatever I want?
Ow.
You can't kill me. I'm already... No, wait, I already died. That's right.
She's actually on her second. Well, actually, Cecile's died multiple times, so she's way more than her second life.
Cecile tends to die a lot in boss fights.
Do or die.
Maybe that's why she never gets any older.
And we will see the exciting conclusion of the Marshmallow fight. Until next time, this has been me, KJHG53.